here on the other side of that tree line, it opens up. It opens up. It's a creek down here on the bottom side, and it's probably running real good right now just because all the rain we had. We'll go take a look at that after we just look around here. But this was the area I seen a lot of rubs. Like it's a rub on this tree right here. So in the winter time, a lot of this thickness, you can see through it. You can see all the way down to the creek. So I want to try to find a decent tree that I could put a ladder stand in, that I can hunt this whole ridge. You can even see on the other side of the creek area in the winter time. Yeah, I just, because the lower you get in the valley, spiderweb, you can you'll send a swirl down in the bottom here. So I do hunt sometimes down in the valley just because it's close to a water source, but I try to stay up on the hill far as I can up the hill to try to keep my scent out of that valley for this, the wind swirling in the bottom of that valley. Especially if I'm putting up a ladder stand, something permanent that I know that I'm not going to be moving off. Another good way to find deer trails, which way the deer traveling. Like I said, I got this ditch over here. You can look on the side of that ditch and you can see where the deers cross it and come up the side of it, because it'll be knocked over, it'll be eroded on one side like a ditch going up it, which is this right here. You see how that's dug out, and it's dug out on the other side? Those deers come traveling right up through there, walking out to wherever they're going. So you can use that type stuff to your advantage. The deers are using this. They come drink water, whatever they have right here. But they also cross right here, coming and going. You can see a little rub on that little small tree across the way here. So we just did that little scouting. I think I've seen a lot that I have never seen before, and I've been hunting this spot right here for about going on 6 years. So I think the scouting we did might pay off. Like I said, what I think I'm gonna do is just wait and get me I got several climbers. I'm just gonna put a climber in there and hold off on the ladder stand for right now, because I don't know exactly where the deers are traveling in there. And if I put that ladder stand in there, it's just gonna be a guessing game, and I have to end up moving it. So I'm gonna just give them a couple of weeks when hunt season starts. That way I can see where they moving to, put a couple cameras out in there and see what kind of travel routes they got before I put a permanent stand in there. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go over here to the 40 and see what that food plot looks like when we sprayed it, and see if we can find a place for a ladder stand over there, because I know where those deer travel over there. So let's go do that. And it's super hot, man. The sun's not even out. It's so humid that it's hard to breathe, and it's worse than having the sun out on top of your head. But we're gonna keep on going. Let's go. All right, we got over to the 40. Right now I'm on one of the two little smaller food plots I got like 3 little small food plots around the around this, what we call the 40. So as you can see here, I sprayed all this little food plot here, and it's got a decent kill. It's a little clover right here that's coming back, but I'm not too much worried about that. I'm gonna redo this whole thing here. Back over here, I got a little smaller food plot over here in this back area here. I added that probably about 2 years ago. I sprayed this also. And as you can see, it's got a nice kill on it also. But I want to try to put a camera back here. I normally put a camera in this little cedar tree. The deer's got a trail coming out of here, and then they got another trail coming beside that pine tree. So I normally put a camera looking this way. But here, well, we got this oak tree. Then we got a cedar tree behind it. 2 cedar trees. This open space in here, I want to try to see if I could get, like I said, a tripod or something that I could hunt this field. I'm gonna step over in here if Mr. Snake will stay where he's at. Like I said, it had to be something decently tall. I don't want to have to cut all these limbs off of this tree. I don't want to hurt this tree any. Or maybe I could put it out here within these little buds, you know, trash trees here. I don't know what you call these trees. We don't have any stand locations out here or anything like that, so I'm trying to find a place where I can get in here, because I can come in from this, as you can see, a little trail here. This one entrance, and there's another entrance on the other side, but I can come in, I can walk in here real quickly and get in here without disturbing much. So I want to be able to see that food plot. Like I said, this is the trail coming in. And like I said, I got another smaller food plot at the end of this trail here. So if I could see, I could come down this trail here just to get to these clump of trees. You know, especially if it's nothing out in the food plot, I could just get in here real quiet. I don't know, that's why I'm here. Like I said, that's what scouting's for, just to see what you can come up with, what idea that you have, and see if it can work. I mean, I could probably cut me out a little place right there. Let's get over in here. And that way I can see that whole plot right there. I might have to think about this for a minute. I like to see as much as I possibly can if I'm putting up a permanent stand. Like I said, my original thought, like I said, I have to trim up that side of that cedar tree. Let's get over in there and see. That'd be a nice backdrop. Like I said, I could see out through there. Of course, I'd be 10 feet in the air here. Yeah, I think that might be my better option. Just clean up these trees right here on the front. Clean this debris out the way for I have a clean path of walking, so I won't have to look at my feet every time I walk in here. Trim that limb off of that tree. And maybe 1 or 2 more of them. I have to put the stand up first and look at that before I get to going willy-nilly on those trees limbs. But But I think that might work. So I think I'm gonna get back to the camp. I got that little small food plot on the other side is back off in the woods. I checked it this morning, and that clover's coming up pretty good in there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna overseed that clover and throw out some fertilizer and lime in there. Like I said, everything's wet. It's heck because it rained super hard last night, and it's been raining all week. So I think it'll be a good time to throw some fertilizer on there. And if I have enough time, I'll come back over here with my chainsaw and cut some of that stuff out the way. And if I get some help, I might even get that ladder stand over here. So we're gonna go back to the camp, get all our stuff together, and go overseed that one food plot.